Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Shaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमावों विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय श्री श्री राधा अनिल माधव भगवान की जय श्री श्री गौनिता की श्रील प्रभुपाद with the blessings of their lordship Shri Shri Radha Nil Madhav, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai, Shri Lakshmi Narasimhadev, and all the acharyas in the parampara, and Srila Prabhupada, and all the senior devotees present here, and all the Vaishnavas. I would like to seek blessings, and I would like to welcome all of you for today's Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. And I'm very, I feel myself very much blessed to having to have this opportunity of discussing Srimad Bhagavatam, and so that I can purify myself and also get an opportunity to glorify Lord. So today is a very auspicious day of Akshay Tritiya, and so Akshay Tritiya has been very famous, especially amongst community, where people feel this is a very auspicious day because if at all we can buy gold on this day, it will remain Akshaya in our home. So that's why, and it will never diminish. And whatever we purchase, it will always keep increasing. So that is the notion which many people have. And why, how this notion came about? Once upon a time, many centuries before, we all know Adi Shankaracharya. Of course, this dates back to many more histories, but one of the history is also when Adi Shankaracharya was going for begging, and he went to one of the houses. She was a very, that house was very poor, simple Brahmin house. And he was begging. And that lady, she went out to search what is there in the house so that she can give alms to Adi Shankaracharya. And at that moment, she searches everywhere and she doesn't find anything. So she becomes very sad. And she comes and tells that actually in our house, today there is hardly anything to give as alms. And then Adi Shankaracharya understands her plight. And he immediately composes one stotra for Mother Lakshmi. And it is called Kanakadhara Stotra. This many people recite Kanakadhara Stotra. And Kanaka means gold. Dhara means flowing. Continuously it keeps flowing. So actually, Adi Shankaracharya recited this entire shloka because Adi Shankaracharya is none other than Lord Shiva. So he, out of so much of devotion, he is reciting and offering prayers to Mother Lakshmi. She becomes so much pleased. She makes sure that in her house, the Brahmani's house, there is Kanakadhara. In that, after that, in that house, there was so much of gold that came. The people feel on this day they recite like this. And not only that, there are many more histories to Akshay Tritiya, and more than 2025 significant incidents that have happened, or great appearances of their lordships like that. It has happened, and we'll try to discuss as much as we are able to. And so today, on this auspicious day, there have been more than 25 such incidences. We'll discuss one by one. And this is the Vaishakha month. And in the Vaishakha month of Shukla Paksha, Tritiya Tithi, that is Akshaya Tritiya. And it is said, Akshaya. Kshaya means that which decays. But on this day, anything that you do never decays. It only increases. It remains equal or it increases. So that is the why people try to do any piety. So that when they do any piety, they want it to keep increasing. So it is said, what all kinds of piety people can do? What all is people can increase their piety? Those who are in bhakti, they want to increase which piety? They want to increase bhakti punya. But usually normal people want to increase just material punya. But those who are devotees, they want to increase their bhakti punya also. So those who are not into devotional line, they do some dana. They do some various pujas, just so that their material punya increases. But on the other hand, devotees, they take up some commitments, spiritual sankalpa, by which their spiritual punya also increases. So if at all we can take up some commitment today, and because today is very auspicious day, according to astrology, there are some specific days which if you start anything, it will never get hindered. There are some, we all know in Ramayana, when Sita was being kidnapped by Ravana, the particular moment which he had kidnapped, so that was such a moment that if someone is kidnapped at that moment, so then they would not be got back. So then that's why our Jatayu, he wanted to extend that period by one more Muhurta. So then he fights and he forsakes his own life just so that at that moment, if anyone is caught, even they can be got back. So that's how there are some particular astrological moments. And like this, Akshay Tritiya is one day which if you take up any commitment, it will never decrease, or it will continue. And it will continue without any hindrance. So now, Akshay Tritiya is such a day where, so that's why devotees do they take up many sankalpas. So what all sankalpas can devotees take? To take up chanting of holy names. So those who are not chanting, they can start taking up to chanting of holy names. Those who have not been started reading Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, they can begin their reading. And also, If on this day any donations are being made, they are there eternally written on our account, like this charity devotees do, and like this many they do many times bhojan, annadan, like this. So today is also day. So now let us start discussing various histories that have happened in the past. Glories of Akshay Tritiya. So the first one is the Jayanti of Lord Parashuram. We all know Parashuram, Kshatriya. He was born in a Brahmana family, community, but he exhibited such Kshatriya valor. He destroyed all the Kshatriyas in the entire on planet Earth for 21 times. So we'll recite one Srimad Bhagavatam shloka and we'll begin. So, all of you can recite this shloka, also very, very small. It is 1-3-20. First chapter, first canto, third chapter, and 20th shloka. Avatare shodashame Pashyan Brahmadruho Nrupan Tri Sapta Kritava Kupito Nikshatram Akaron Mahim. So it says, this was the 16th incarnation. Of course, Brahmaji is listing down various incarnations. There are n number of incarnations. Just like there are a number of, how many waves are there in ocean? Can anyone count? So it says, Brahmaji says like that there are limitless incarnations, but I'm going to tell you prominent ones. Like this, Brahmaji is saying. So in that, 16th incarnation is said to be Bhrugupati. And what did he do? Three Sapta Kritava Kupito. He, for 21 times, being angry with the Kshatriyas, he annihilated them. Why? Because they rebelled against those who are practicing spirituality. Those are practicing Brahmanas. So when they were actually becoming, nowadays we see even the Kshatriya class who are supposed to be leading people to religion and dharma, they themselves are taking people to adharma. So like that, at that time, who incarnates? Parashuram incarnates. And what does he do? He'll annihilate them mercilessly. Like that. Today is a day where Akshay Tritiya, on this day, Parashuram appeared. And he'll annihilate adharma and he'll establish dharma. And there is also Parashurama Stuti. Okay, we'll go ahead. And there is also today is the day of appearance of Naranarayana Rishi. So today is the day of Naranarayana Rishi Jayanti, Avirbhavatiti. So I'll recite one more shloka on Lord Naranarayana Rishi. It says, Turye dharma kala sarge Naranarayana Rishi. Bhuvatma pashamopetam akaro duscharam tapaha. So this was the fourth incarnation which Brahmaji is replying. He's saying the Lord appeared as a Nara and a Narayana Rishi. So they were the twin sons of King Dharma. And they did extreme tapasya in the Himalayas and they controlled their senses. When Lord Rishabhadev is saying to all his sons, he's saying, you should go and perform tapasya. So many times people ask, nowadays, very rarely do parents say that you go and perform tapasya. Because usually they say, now we have created enough facility, now you enjoy. So now you don't have to struggle. But in the past, parents used to do a lot of, they would not give so much of comfort to children. If they give too much comfort, what will happen? They will not understand the value of life and they'll never grow. That's why so now Naranarayana Rishi is teaching how to do even tapasya. And to such an extent that nobody can imitate that tapasya. Like that Narayana Rishi, they did tapasya. So Prabhupada says, As King Rishabha advised his sons, like that, this was the duty of all human beings. So like that, Nara and Narayana Rishi, they preached everyone. And today is also the appearance of one more avatar, that is Hayagriva. Hayagriva avatar appeared actually on this day. So we will recite one Bhagavatam shloka and the appearance of Hayagriva avatar. Vedan yugante tamasa tiraskratan rasataladyo nrituranga vigraha. Turanga vigraha means haya. Turanga is horse. Vigraha is form. Turanga, nrituranga. Nara and Turanga. Horse, half man and half horse. And Pratyada devai kavaye abhiyachate tasmai namaste avita he hitaya iti. It says, Yugante Vedan tamasa tiraskritan. It said, when at the end of Pralaya, what used to happen? All the Vedas are meant to give knowledge to all the living entities. So now, at the end of the millennium, this ignorance personified, tamasa, every time there is a demon who will come and he will steal the Vedas. Now you may say that, Prabhuji, already Pralaya has happened. So where are the books? Already Vedas are all burnt, or they are all already annihilated. So how the Vedas are there? So all the Vedas are not just in the book form, it is also in the sound form. And so all these Vedas, everything is stolen from Brahmaji. And this Tamasa actually takes the form of a demon and he steals all the Vedas and he goes to planet of Rasatala. And then at that time, if Vedas are not there, what will Brahma do? So now just like if during exam times, all the students' books are stolen. Competitive exam is coming. One friend comes and steals all the books. What will happen? You become perplexed. What to study? And what to write? And what to do? Like this, Brahma was also perplexed. He was supposed to do creation and all the Vedas are stolen. Then what he does? He prays to Lord Vishnu. At any moment in our life, we come across any difficult situation. Only one thing that we can do. Just go in front of Radha Nilmadhav and offer prayers. And if you can offer prayers, you can see some magic will happen. So then immediately Lord Vishnu, he appeared as Hayagriva avatar. Hayagriva avatar, he immediately went and he killed these two demons, Madhu and Kaitapa, and he brought back all the Vedas and he offered it to. So that's why it said here, Avihita Ihitaya. That means the Lord's determination never fails. His Sankalpa never fails. If at all we have asked for any prayer, Lord will never make sure that whatever promises he gives, it fails. It says, that's why Lord Arjuna is, when asking, at the time, Lord says that Paritra, what is that? Name bhakta pranashyati. In my devotee will never perish. That means at any moment the devotee has asked, Lord will always make sure that his prayer is fulfilled. Sometimes it may take a little while. We might have offered prayer and we may think, why Lord is not hearing my prayer? Why Lord is not answering my prayer? Sometimes Lord is just waiting for an opportune moment to fulfill our prayer, like that. So how many are done till now? First, Parashuram. Second, Naranarayana Rishi. Third, Hayagriva avatar. So now, so these are the three avatars of Supreme Lord that have happened on today's day. Very auspicious. And now, many more things. So please, all of you try to remember. Today is the day where Vyasadeva, he started composing Mahabharata. And today is the day Ganeshji started writing Mahabharata. And then there was a very good conditions that were being put forth by Vyasadeva and also Ganesh. Vedavyas wanted to write. He wanted to write for the benefit of the entire society. And he went to Ganeshji and he said, actually he went to all the demigods. He said, I want one person who can write, who can pen down whatever I say. He's called stenographer. You know? whatever he says, he'll just immediately take down notes. And he was saying, Vedavyas said, my speed is very fast. And he should not keep telling, huh? You tell something and immediately, huh? So if someone tells like this, you will also miss the flow. And so many times you have to keep repeating. So Vedavyas told, I want a person who will hear attentively and who will not keep telling, and who will write down everything. And he will not miss also even one single word. Because Vedas means there should not be any mistakes. So he said like this. And after that, then they all found who can do this job very nicely. Then they thought only one person can do, who is very intelligent and also is very, who must have some goodness also. So then immediately he said, who can do this service? They asked Ganesh. He is one who can do this service very nicely. They all went and requested Ganesh. And that time when they requested Ganesh, Prabhu, and Ganesh Prabhu started, he said, I will write, but only on one condition. Because Ganesh also understood Vedavyas is no ordinary. He is also another Lord's incarnation. If he starts dictating, then I may be put into trouble. So then he said, Ganeshji also was, Ganeshji had one more purpose. Ganeshji was saying that he should not stop. When he is saying, he should not stop in between. Because sometimes what happens, okay, I need some time to think while writing. I'm not getting this word. I'll come after some time. Then you write. Like this, Vedavyas also should not stop in between narration. And then Vedavyas also said, okay, whatever I say, he should not write it without understanding. Like this, too many conditions were there. But Ganeshji started writing entire Mahabharata. So this was the auspicious day where he started writing. So we will recite one shloka from Bhagavatam, the glory on about Srimad Bhagavatam. All of you can recite this shloka. Stri Shudra Dvija Bandhunam Trayina Shruti Gochara Karma Shreyasi Mudhanam Shreya Yevam Bhavediha Iti Bharatamakyanam Kripaya Munina Kritam. So this is what is said. Out of compassion, the great sage thought it wise that this would enable men to achieve the ultimate goal of life. Actually, this was the intention behind composing Mahabharata. But hardly people actually, by reading, they are so much into reading other sections of Mahabharata and hardly people get into reading Bhagavad Gita and Mahabharata. But actually the intention is so that people read Bhagavad Gita. Thus he compiled a great historical narration called Mahabharata. And this was majorly for those who are not able to understand so much of Upanishads, Vedas and so many literature. This was meant usually for women, laborers and friends of the wise born, like that. So till now how many are done? 4 are done. So, and then today is also an auspicious day of, in Jagannath Puri, the Ratha cart, Ratha Yatra, or to Ratha Yatra to happen, the carts are being constructed. And the construction actually starts on this day. And just before some day, they have actually found out which wood to be used. They have a particular wood which they use. And with that wood, they are going to begin Ratha Yatra construction. Jai Shri Shri Radha Nilmada Bhagwan ki, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Srila Prabhupada. They begin Ratha Yatra construction on today. So there are 3 chariots. One is of Lord Jagannath. It is called Nandi Ghosh. This is the chariot name. And Lord Baldev's chariot name is called Taladhvaja. And Subhadra's chariot is called Darpa Dalana. So like this 3 chariots. Anybody can recite? What is the first chariot name? Nandi Ghosh. Second? Taladhvaja. Third? Subhadra's? Darpa Dalana. Like this. So these are the 3 chariot names. And which are being constructed from today. And today is also because Naranarayana Rishi stayed on the day of, he appeared on this day. So today is also a day in Badrinath. And winter, actually, it is so freezing cold, they don't open usually during winter seasons. And now, today is the day where Badrinath Darshan opens. I have not been, but it is said this is the day where actually Badrinath Darshan opens. And also today is the day of Mother Ganga appearing on planet Earth. So we all know the pastime of Lord Vamanadev. He came in the Yagna Shala of Bali Maharaj, and he said that please give me 3 steps of land, because usually any Brahmana comes, especially during Yagna, they are supposed to be satisfied. Whatever they ask, they are supposed to be given. So Vamanadev is asking, but he is not demanding something very great. He's saying, just give me 3 steps of land. Bali Maharaj is saying, why only 3 steps? Because my duty as a Yajman of Yagna is to satisfy you beyond limits. So whatever your demand is there, I will give you more than that. This was the generosity and magnanimity of Bali Maharaj. And then, but Vamandev is saying, Brahmana means he should not hanker for more than what is required. He should be satisfied with whatever comes. Because if too much comes, then one becomes very much attached. And one's mind will not fix on Supreme Lord. That's why he's saying, I am satisfied with just 3 steps of land. And then immediately Bali Maharaj says, yes. He does Achaman and he says, takes Pratigna, let whatever you desire, I will give. That time immediately Vamanadev, he extends his legs. He said 3 steps of land, but according to his size. But now he's increasing his size. Bali Maharaj never thought that he's going to increase his size. So then then immediately Vamanadev is increasing his size. Just with 1 step, he entirely covers all the upper planetary systems. And he, with his big toe, he actually pierces the universal shell. If all of you are able to see, there in the chart behind, there is a black globe. Actually, that is our Brahmanda. And Vamanadev is standing and he is lifting his leg and he covered the entire, and he actually pierced with his thumb. He pierced the universal shell, and the Viraja river water, actually that started flowing down. That Viraja river water actually came down to first Brahmaloka. And actually first it did Abhishek of Lord Vamanadev's Pada. And after that, that Pada Jala, then that actually came down to all heavenly planets. There it is called Alakananda in heavenly planets. And then that actually flowed and it remained in heavens. It did not come down. Because it is said, because Mother Ganga was very much afraid that if I come down to Bhu and below planets, I will get contaminated. Just by even taking darshan of all the human beings on earthly planet, I'll get contaminated. And they'll come and take bath in me and they'll contaminate my water also. That's why I don't want to come. I'll remain in heavens only. And then immediately, then now Bhagirath, he is coming in Lord Ram's dynasty. What he did tapasya. And he is doing tapasya. He wanted to purify all his forefathers. And when he is doing tapasya, he has understood 60,000 of my purvajas, they're all suffering. So I want to purify them. So then how can I purify them? I have to bring Mother Ganga. So he does tapasya. Even before him also they were doing tapasya, but nobody could actually succeed. Now suppose sometimes we start doing tapasya and we see that my tapasya is not bearing any fruit. Now sometimes a generation of people have to do tapasya. Then only the fruit actually will come. Now many times we may keep going to different people and we keep distributing books. But we say many people, they don't take up, or they will take up book, but they'll not become devotee. Like this, many lifetimes will go for one to take up bhakti, for one to come into temple like this and hear Srimad Bhagavatam. If anybody who has come to hear Srimad Bhagavatam means in many previous lifetimes he has already done some or the other bhakti. That's why he has come now. That means in the past, he has acquired some sukruti. But only thing is he did not take up with commitment, practicing bhakti. That's why now, if at all we have got the opportunity to practice, we should take up with great commitment. Like this, Bhagirath started doing tapasya. After he started doing tapasya, then Mother Ganga appears and she says that I don't want to come to Bhutala because it is very sinful. At that time, Bhagiratha actually says very wonderful prayer. Of course, we don't have time to recite everything. He says that in Kali Yuga, there are going to be very great pure devotees who are going to come, who chant mantras of Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu. They are chanting mantras. So because of their chanting, they are completely pure. And when they come and take bath in your river, then all the sins in your river also is purified. Like this, who is saying? Bhagirath Maharaj is saying. And then her doubt was dispelled. And she had one more concern, that my force is very fierce. And if I fall, I will directly pierce earth and I'll go to Patala or Rasatala planet. So who can hold my fierce waters? At that time, he says, I will pray to Lord Shiva and he will hold in his jata. And then he will do tapasya for Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva gets pleased and he holds. So this was the day actually Mother Ganga appeared on planet Earth. Like this is also very auspicious. And today also we see Lord Krishna's body is actually smeared with chandan. And today is the beginning of Chandan Yatra, especially in Puri and also in Kshirchor Gopinath. So this is the place. So in our parampara, we have Sri Chaitanya. Who is the spiritual master of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Ishwarapuri. Who is the spiritual master of Ishwarapuri? Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra Puri, when he was in Vrindavan, he got a dream. He is saying, Lord Gopal came in the dream and he said, today, actually, I'm feeling so much of heat in the body. Now we are also feeling so much heat. So we want some fan. And by fan, we are to some extent satisfied. Or we keep drinking some cold water and we are satisfied. But Lord is saying, I want chandan. And if chandan if it is smeared on my body, I'll become completely cooled. So then he appears in the dream of Madhavendra Puri and he says, you go and bring chandan. From where? He says, from Jagannath Puri. Because there they have chandan, and then from there you can bring for me. And then Madhavendra Puri, see, in dream he got an instruction, but he was started following. Many times, even if some devotees come in front and they say, Prabhu, please chant Hare Krishna. We may not chant. But here Madhavendra Puri, he is getting in dream that he is saying that Lord is giving some instruction. And he did not think, oh, it is only in dream now. Why should I follow? So he immediately started acting and he went to Jagannath Puri and then he started searching where is the chandan. And then he did all with great effort. He was bringing chandan to Jagannath back to Vrindavan. In the middle, there is a place called Remuna. In that place, there is a beautiful Krishna's deity. It is called Gopinath. And in there, again, Madhavendra Puri got a dream. There he said, you don't have to bring this chandan back to Vrindavan. Actually, I am not different than Gopinath. So you apply this chandan to Gopinath itself. Then I will be completely satisfied and my body will become cool. So like this. So from that day onwards for next 21 days, he stayed for many months and then he completely applied chandan on Gopinath's body. And actually it is done for 21 days on this Chandan Yatra. And today is the beginning of that day. And today is also an auspicious appearance. Today is also a day of where Sudama Brahmana. We all know Sudama Brahmana. He was in the kingdom of Lord Krishna. And he was in a far village. He came walking for many days. And then he approached Dwaraka. And Sudama Brahmana was not actually looking for... many times people may think, oh, Sudama was going to ask some big bungalow from Krishna. He thought he's like Bill Gates.
so I can go and ask some whatever I want, and I can get in donation. Actually, Sudama's desire was not to go and ask for riches from Krishna, but his only goal was that he wanted to meet Krishna because he was his childhood Gurukula friend, and also wife was requesting. Wife was saying that we have so many kids, and but we don't have anything to give them to feed them. So please go. You have a friend who is Lakshmipati, but you see, you have become Rodpati now. At least you should be Karodpati. Somewhat you should be. You should have some crores at least. But you don't have. You are just on road. You don't have anything. At least we should have a good house. So like that, she was saying, and then immediately Sudama thought, okay, I am not going to go and ask any money from Krishna, but I am just going to meet Krishna. So he went and he approached Dwaraka on today's day. So then that's how his auspiciousness began. Not only material auspiciousness, even spiritual auspiciousness. Many times people think, if I go to Krishna, Krishna will steal whatever I have. If I go to Krishna, just like Vamana stole Bali Maharaj's whatever wealth he had, so then I will also lose. So Krishna is known. That's why people don't come to Krishna much. They say that how many temples of Krishna is there on all over in India? How many devotees of Krishna are there? Out of in all our Hindus, how many people are devotees of Lord Shiva, Durga, Ganesha, Saraswati? So many people are worshipping, but hardly few people are there who are worshipping Krishna. Why? Because they have fear. If I go to Krishna, Krishna will steal. But we see in Sudama's case, not only he gave spiritual opulence, he also gave material opulence. But because he gave material opulence also to Sudama, because Sudama was not going to become proud. So people, if they become proud, then Krishna may hinder. So like that, today is the day where actually Lord Krishna blessed Sudama. And not only this, we know in Draupadi's case, the Duryodhana and party, they invited Yudhishthir Maharaj and all the Pandavas for a gambling match. And they thought, if we play on Akshay Tritiya and if we defeat them, all our opulence will be today ours. This was their plan. This was whose plan? Shakuni's plan. So fix, he told Duryodhana, fix today and call Yudhishthir Maharaj for gambling match. And actually, Yudhishthir Maharaj was such a person. He said, I cannot refuse a challenge. And then Yudhishthir Maharaj came and then he asked, then they sat for playing. And then the Yudhishthir Maharaj is completely defeated. Not only that, they asked to put on, to bet his wife, Draupadi, so many, everyone. And ultimately, everyone was defeated. Draupadi was brought to be disrobed. Karna suggested. So she is anyway a husband. She is a wife of 5 husbands. So why should she remain only with 5? Why should she not be there with so many? 500. So let us bring her to the assembly and let us make her naked in the assembly. This was a statement of Karna. Now many people say that Karna is such a great person and people worship. But this was the character of Karna. So he made such a statement. And then Duryodhana thought, yes, very good plan. Then he asked Dushasana to go and fetch her. And then when Draupadi was being disrobed, she was, in the beginning, she thought she can control herself. She can protect herself. But she understood that she cannot protect herself. Then she just lifted her hand and she called out to Krishna. Oh, Gopi Jana Vallabha. Oh, Dwaraka-vasin. Oh, Mathura-vasin. Please come and please protect me. And this was her prayer. And immediately Krishna supplied Akshaya saris. So Krishna supplied such saris that at any time this will not end. Usually, this is the nature of women. They want to have many saris. So they will not be satisfied one sari or 2 saris. So with all respects, but I'm just, usually they want to have many, isn't it? So now Krishna understood that I want to give many saris to Draupadi. This is my blessing. So he supplied unlimited sari and she was completely satisfied. not only satisfied, her chastity was protected. So like this, today is the day where Krishna supplied unlimited sari. If you see, Krishna is doing both spiritual and material, both for his devotees. So like this, today is the day where we get benefits like this. And actually, time is up. So, of course, there are many more. I covered, I think, hardly 3 avatars I completed. Parashuram Jayanti, Naranarayan Rishi Jayanti, Hayagriv Jayanti, 3. And also I told Ganesha writing Mahabharat, 4th. And Lord Jagannath's Rath Yatra, 5th. Chandan Yatra, 6th. And Badrinath, 7th. And 8th, Mother Ganga. And 9th, Sudama's approaching Dwaraka. And 10th one, Draupadi receiving Akshaya saris like this. Okay. So I'll just list down all the other remaining another 10. So today is also a day where Draupadi, she did tapasya and she received Akshay Patra from sun god. And so she received Akshay Patra. And today is also the day of beginning of Treta Yuga and Satya Yuga. So today is considered to be the beginning of Treta Yuga and Satya Yuga, Akshay Tritiya day. And today is the day of where Nanda Maharaj was wanting to go to Prayagraj for taking bath. And he wanted to begin his day today. And then he saw that Prayag and many other holy rivers, they are coming to Nanda Sarovar. And they are taking dipping and they are getting purified. So that's how that Nanda Sarovar is renamed as Pavana Sarovar. So that happened on Akshay Tritiya day. And I already mentioned Adi Shankaracharya composing Kanakadhara Stotra on today's day. And today is also a day of Kubera receiving his post as a treasurer in heavenly planets. So he received a lot of wealth also on this day. And today is also a day of Annapurna Devi appearing. And she gave her first alms to Mahadev like this. And today is the day of Parashurama Kshetra appearing. Because Parashurama Jayanti also and Parashurama Kshetra also. Entire Kerala, Goa and many regions. That is all Parashurama Kshetra. That is all happened on today's day. And Rishabhadev also performed tapasya for 13 months. And today he broke that tapasya by drinking sugarcane juice. If we all want, we also can drink sugarcane juice today. And also Sri Vallabhacharya, he started his worship of Gopalji today. And also today is the day where Banke Bihari Charana Darshan in Vrindavan is visible. So like this. And one or two more. It is said, today is the day. Only on today's day in Simhachalam, they have an appearance of Lord Nrsimhadev. They have a full darshan of Simhachalam Nrsimhadev. And also today is the day where in Kumbakonam, there is the Garuda, Dwadasha Garuda Seva happens. Actually, today is the day because various Vishnu deities having 12 Vishnu deities, there those Garudas worship and Seva all happens. And most importantly, Srila Prabhupada established League of Devotees in Jhansi today on Akshaya Tritiya day. So he wanted it to not diminish and he wanted it to continue forever. So, but League of Devotees, only name got changed as ISKCON. But League of Devotees may not continue, but it continued in the name of ISKCON. So all these are the various incidents that have happened on the day of Akshaya Tritiya. So we all can pray and let us seek the Lord's blessings so that our spiritual life also not diminish, but let it continue. And our bhakti also, let it keep increasing every day, day by day. And let our service dedication to Srila Prabhupada's mission also continue. with that prayer, I would like to end. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.